Welcome to February 2025. The themes and energies for this month. If the blinds are leading the blinds, they are not getting very far, and they are very likely to create a lot of darkness around them because it's the blinds leading the blinds. And I'm encouraging you during the month of February to begin to open your eyes, or if you've opened them before, to use your sight, to see beyond what's there, to see beyond what's displayed, and not get too attached to what you're being shown. Because most of what you're being shown does not reflect the truth, or at least not the truth for you. We are moving in different timelines, and if your choice is fourth density, if your choice is the higher timeline, the higher frequency, then choose your sources of input from that perspective, or don't choose sources of input at all, but you be the source of input of that higher frequency, which means the frequency of realization, of consciousness, of light, like the light of consciousness, of love and compassion and freedom, right? So choose that instead of keeping yourself busy with the perspective of 3D, like the third density, which is ego-based density. It's ego-based consciousness. So it's not real anyway. It's all a construct. And it's a construct based in separation consciousness. Whereas fourth density is unity consciousness. So if this is your baseline, if this is your basis for your reality, move into that, act from that, think from that, feel from that, and view whatever is going on in the world from that perspective. And key elements of that are stop judging all the time. It doesn't mean don't use discernment. Yes, that's fine and necessary. See what is in alignment with you and with your fourth density path. And if it is not, allow it to be a part of third density experience and structure, but it does not have to be your reality, because you know it's false. You know it's not true, because it's not bathed and based in truth, in oneness, in unity. It's based in separation, which is fine too, right? So the invitation is really to rise up now and become a lot more precise and true and crystallized and clear within like your own view of the path you want to actually walk. There is no point in all the time identifying what it is you do not like or what it is that is not in resonance. It just keeps your focus somewhere else instead of your own creation. I have watched Matrix again, the movie, and there's one scene in the Matrix where the agent Smith explains to Morpheus, I think it is, how Earth, how like the simulation of life for humans had been created, and how at first they had made it a blissful life story. Like they had created for the minds of all these humans that were used as energy batteries, they had created beautiful lives. And what they had discovered was that people woke up from that. People realized, they started waking up and started to basically not buy into the matrix anymore. And this is something that is not spoken about very often. But if we look at this and see the analogy to what is going on here in terms of this 3D world, this matrix, and our experiences in it, and our awakening to our consciousness, to what we truly are, and we see this, that, okay, so if life is truly blissful and beautiful and no struggle, no suffering, no war, no enemies, no distractions, no negativity, People wake up. That is explicitly said in the movie The Matrix. And we all know The Matrix holds so much relevance in terms of looking at how the world and consciousness works. So this means that the entities are consciousness threads invested in holding control, invested in holding power over humans or humanity. They know this. What they know is that negativity and pain and suffering, deprivation, lack, anxiety, stress, fear, that all of these things uphold the matrix, the illusion, and allow them to have their power and their control and the manipulation techniques to work. Like, that's a key element. So you get to ask yourself, how often do I buy into the negativity of this world? And if you look at it, the negativity that is here in, like, on every level, right? If you look at it from that lens, that perspective only for now, and see this as maybe intentionally being created so that humans will not wake up to their true potential, to their essence, that they will not expand their consciousness, that they will not become the conscious, powerful beings, creators they are. If we look at it from that point, we can actually clearly see when we buy into the negativity and what it does to us. And you don't have to believe anything. If you accepted that for, okay, that's one way to look at it. What if that were true? If I adopt this perspective for a while and look at everything that's going on in the world, including my own responses to it in that way, I analyze my responses, I observe my responses, and then I choose maybe to have this perspective not be true, but I choose to see things completely differently, my way, the conscious way. I don't buy into the negativity. I don't even care about the negativity, because what I'm interested in is my free will path, my peaceful and loving and joyful and blissful path, connected in unity with everything, including Source. If that is then your angle, and you approach your life situations, your conversations during the day, your own inner world, everything, you approach that from that angle instead of like continuing the old patterns that you have been doing, the unconscious patterns usually. See what changes. See what changes in your consciousness. See what changes within your own structure. But it does take the commitment to stay away from drama, to stay away from the scenarios out there, and to really truly come back into you and your own power. You hear me say this again and again, and this is though the message as well that the universe has for us. It's always, always about our empowerment. Like, this is it. Every message that you hear that disempowers you, don't believe it. And even me saying don't believe it is not exactly in alignment with myself, because it's like, believe it if you want, if it makes you feel better. You have free will to believe whatever. That's more in alignment. But don't be surprised if the outcomes or the path is then not how you wish it to be, or is not in alignment with your true beingness and your true self. So the messages are always empowering. The path of truth is always empowerment for the individual, for every single one on this planet, to then come together in brotherhood and sisterhood, and then to move forward together in the highest or higher consciousness. Okay, so take this and really make a commitment to yourself to like grow up within yourself spiritually, like take charge. Stop listening to what's being fed to you and start questioning what's the source and why is this being fed to me. No matter whether you think it's true or not, it actually doesn't matter. If it causes conflict within you, if it causes tension, if it causes feelings of disempowerment and division, it is not based in truth. If it causes you to feel anxiety or stress or worry about the future or anything, or anger or control fantasies or whatever, it is not based in truth, and it's not helpful to your path of freedom if this is the path you want. If you want the path of freedom, like true freedom, because true freedom can only be found in consciousness, in expansion, in realizing much more than this human mind can realize, in becoming you, the true you. And that is empowering. And even by you listening to these words, you can feel the empowerment. You can feel that this has a frequency. This has a vibration. Now take this inspiration, bring it forward into the next couple of months. Share it. You don't have to share a word, but share this vibration and this power that you may feel and experience, that you may want to express through your personality and your beingness. Share it with others. Share it with the world. Every single one who lives in a free and loving and compassionate way is a light for everybody else, for those still in darkness and for the others who have already found the light, because they are like, yes, there's more. There are more of us. Yes, and this planet will light up. It is already a lot brighter than it used to be, and let's move forward with this. So this is actually a very positive month for this. If you grow up, like if you really take responsibility for yourself and stop blaming everything and everyone else out there. That is what the ego does. That is what the little me does. It's like, if the world were more loving and kind and conscious, and then the AI wouldn't evolve into maybe something negative, and then this, that. What about you? As long as you think thoughts like that, what do you contribute to? What is it you're contributing to? The same limits, the same fears, the same false beliefs. Whereas they can do what they want. You choose the higher path. You choose fourth density, synchronicities, and unfoldments, because you display that in your frequency and allow them to the life and the world to show you what this looks like more and more and more. And this will light up the world. This will bring the light onto the planet. So that is the inspiration for the month of February and beyond, obviously. And I'm going to love you and bless you for today. And we'll talk again next time, if you want to.